So have you ever just kind of lost your cards? Like, I know it's a dumb question. Of course you have. I have too. You guys, right?
As a kid, yes, many times.
Yeah, whether, it wasn't your fault. You didn't just throw them out the window.
Yeah, it wasn't
something
you losing
took
them in your closet.
from you.
And it always sucked.
It really does, especially as a kid. In this video, we're going to talk about the 5 worst ways you can lose your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And we've all gone through them, so.
Yeah, like,
We know you have, you in the back.
the first way. Have you ever had your cards stolen?
Everybody.
Bruh.
Everybody.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I
Whether
Yeah.
it's in your binder, on the table, in your bag, when they
On the
took your
playground.
bag.
when you were a kid in school, like, it was always, there was somebody who would just go into backpacks or, like, just whatever.
Or just when you were looking away from the table, they'd walk over and swipe whatever was on there.
Have you ever noticed when sometimes your binder's just a lighter? Things just disappear from your binder, and it's like, oh, I must have moved it. No, you didn't. It was stolen, and it was that guy over there.
I think, like, the reason people steal the cards is just because, like, as kids, I mean, obviously, you don't have quite as acute sense of, like, right and wrong.
But
But
it's still developing.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards were, like, they were so rare,
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't as easy to get them as when you became older.
Rare Yu-Gi-Oh cards were buried in cash.
Yeah, like, you rarely got your parents, maybe you were lucky, and your parents just bought you everything. But if you were anything like me, you maybe got, like, a pack sometimes when you were at Walmart.
And the
like,
kids who showed up with structure decks were just targets.
yeah, and so, this is also back in that period of time when, like, Dark Magician and Blue Eyes and, like, Labyrinth Wall or Guilford the Lightning.
Gate Guardian.
Yeah, Gate Guardian was a
Gate
big one in high
Guardian,
school.
he was.
People were after those cards.
And so, like, anytime somebody would have those cards, I feel like they were just always a prime target.
Yeah, I remember when I convinced this kid to trade me his Slapper the Sky Dragon.
Can we also talk about just the scams in general? Like, kids just scamming.
Been there.
There's a lot of that.
Well, but I mean, who was really being scammed? That Cypher was unplayable. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't do
Don't
anything
make
wrong.
excuses.
But no, we did trade back, though. I'll admit, I knew he wanted to trade back, and so I tried to duck him the entire day, which in essence would have been stealing. But he did catch me because we had to all go to the
Lining
same
up for the
place.
school buses.
So yeah,
There was no escaping.
so we traded back.
My actually worst instance of having cards stolen was the first time I went to my local card shop. Won't name it or anything, but this is like I was in maybe 8th grade, and so I'd be what, like 13 around that time, 12 or 13, and someone like stole my binder, and I was just so sad, and like and that happened to kids at a lot at that shop. Like you'd see parents like walking around asking like, "Hey, have you seen this binder?" And of course, no one's gonna like own up to it. But something about it really sucks when the cards are important to you, and like for me in particular, it was a card. Like, my grandmother had recently got me a pack, like maybe the week leading up to this, and I pulled some super rare monster from like Crossroads of Chaos, and it wasn't a card I really wanted to use, but it just felt special, and it got stolen. It's like, man.
And I guess a small little PSA moment. This isn't something that just happened in the past. People are still out here stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards like it's 2002.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true.
Always watch your cards.
Be careful with
Definitely
your cards,
PSA.
guys.
be careful, guys. Don't leave your bags hanging around. Close your binders. Watch stuff.
Now, the next way you can lose your cards is a little bit different than them being stolen.
Yeah,
It's a lot
it's kind of your fault.
Yeah, I guess this would be your
It's when they get washed.
Yes, in the
Ooh,
washing
bruh.
machine.
Why were your cards in your pocket in the first place?
That was not a good place to keep them.
But we were kids, Like that's how it goes.
Yeah, I bet the rubber band was on them too. He didn't have sleeves yet, did you?
Look, we all remember that chalky white kind of ball that gets formed after.
Yeah. When the cards like stuck together too, you have to like peel them apart. But yeah, I've had plenty of cards get washed in the laundry, your mom or your grandmother or whatever, like, brings the cards back to you and they're just like, yeah, like these were yours, weren't they? And they're
and
gone.
it's just trash, and that's all it is now.
Although kids at school would play with the washed cards anyway.
If
Like, they
it
would
could be
try.
salvaged.
Yeah, if it were playable.
If it was salvageable in any way, they would.
I know I would.
I remember one time we washed it was like 3 cards, and they were ended up in like a ball, and the only reason I could tell what they were is I could make out the the back of a card,
Yeah.
and I saw a little swirl, and I
The
died.
peeling and all that.
My heart was crushed.
I was like cringy. I had gotten my first wallet at a young age, and so I actually put a Dark Magician in there.
Oh yeah.
So when the first time the wallet got washed, the Dark Magician got washed, and yeah.
Yeah, cards getting washed always feels the worst because like you just kind of have to watch them just be like ruined and know that it was your fault.
And it's never just like like a throwaway card because it was on your person, which means probably something you traded for or something that you just got. It's something you really liked because for some reason you had it in your pocket.
You want it on you.
And that's the downfall every time.
So guys, keep your stuff sleeved, keep it in boxes, keep it out your pockets.
Yeah, it's 2007.
So number 3,
something that doesn't happen to everyone.
but it did happen to us.
Yeah, you guys know all about this, huh?
Natural disasters.
Yes. It could be a flooding incident. It could be a fire. It could be a tornado. Or recently a blizzard.
Could be something with a name like Katrina.
Yeah, for us and many, many other people down south in New Orleans.
It was a hurricane.
Yeah, in 2005 Hurricane Katrina. I mean, you've probably watched videos on this, but it decimated our neighborhoods. And one of the big, and of course, outside the property damage and everything else, you know what took the biggest hit?
Nerd stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like when you're 8 years old or whatever, it's all about.
So, I mean, you're gonna evacuate, but your stuff's gonna stay there.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, something you keep on the floor. So if there's a flood and there were floodwaters, that's the first thing gone.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that this can definitely apply to other disasters, we'll say. But the Hurricane Katrina must have been the worst. I mean,
was
like any flooding.
Terrible. Bright side though, when we evacuated, that's actually when we started picking up packs. For like, our mom felt bad for us.
Yeah.
But
We lost cards. Let's buy more.
Replace all of that stuff.
But I know our closest cousin lost like an entire
lost
collection.
everything. She
gone.
never got back into it after that.
Nope, done. And a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
That storm took it away from them, and it hurt too bad to even like try to get back.
I mean, even recently, Terrell like left some cards in his car, and they got rained on. I mean,
Wasn't that your fault somehow?
no, it
That wasn't
me.
his fault. How could he? Have
Yeah, we
left
weren't
it?
even there.
I thought you had like left his window unbroken or something. I don't
No, that
know.
was him. He just lost like ultimate rare like glow up bulb and all that other crazy
Oh,
stuff.
like, we should have kept that. We should have kept it.
I mean,
He
for what,
lent
though?
it to us once, and
Oh yeah, I guess
we
that's
and
true.
then we borrowed it for a very long time. We finally gave it back and gone.
Now the next one is when your parents actually take your cards.
Ooh, and this tends to be some of the most emotional stuff, right?
Because you was being bad.
Because if your parents take it, you and your parents have a problem now.
You may or may not even get the cards back. I mean, because some parents took for like grounding or whatever. Some took for keeps.
Yeah, some just want to hurt you.
Yeah, some parents took for keeps.
I know. Now, Alex and I think we were pretty good, though it didn't stop our dad from taking our cards when we upset him.
Well, not
There's nothing quite breeds hate like someone like when your parent takes your cards.
Yeah, I know. It's really easy to be mad. I mean, my parents would always just kind of be like, because like I would play at a local library after school, so they just wouldn't take me there. They're just like, okay, you can't go to the library. I mean, because I couldn't do that much with my cards alone at home. So you know.
We had each other.
Yeah, I guess they had to take yours because you guys could play each other.
Well, I guess
Otherwise-
for us, the real people weren't. The real problem wasn't the parents; it was the teachers.
Yeah, last one's the teachers.
Our natural enemies. You know it.
Yeah, because that was the first place you wanted to play with your cards.
I lost a blue eyes to that lady in the second grade.
I lost the whole deck.
Me too.
I was mad about that.
And there's plenty of reasons why. They thought we were gambling. We were playing places we weren't supposed to play. They counted them
teachers
as toys, so you couldn't bring them to school. But people could bring Uno cards.
I hated the
Problem.
teachers who like thought it was like witchcraft and all that.
Yeah, they thought we were doing something wrong by playing the game.
Summoning Satan and stuff. Now, I will say Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't
Do itself any favors.
do us any favors.
Well, they removed
in that
like a lot
regard.
of that imagery out of the game.
Yeah, but you know, Summon Skull though, right?
Yeah, but back in the day, like Summon Skull and like, you know,
Curse of Dragon.
Curse of... Yeah,
You know,
it could sound very...
Do you think if it would have kept like the cross on Foolish Burial, you think like parents would have been like, "Oh, it's
Christianity.
Christianity. Yeah, it's good. It's
Okay.
fine."
I think something.
But-
It's also called Foolish Burial.
But teachers, they're not paid to understand.
Or
they were
care.
paid to discipline.
Or return your cards. That's how I
Yeah.
lost my blue eyes.
We were lucky to get our cards back sometimes. Then we got them taken away from us.
I remember I lost a deck in elementary school when a teacher took them from me because I was playing in class. That was on me? Fair enough. But the thing was, she put them in her desk, and for an entire year, I scoped her out. I scoped out that desk.
Wow.
And I was waiting for my opportunity. But the problem was, she told me I could only get them back if my parents came for them. And Mom had already told me very explicitly, do not bring these to school. So I couldn't tell her that. So I waited.
Didn't you steal those back?
No, actually.
How'd you get them back?
I'll tell you. So I waited the entire year, and I asked her, do you have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards? And you know what she said?
What?
What's that?
Yeah, that's what mine said too. when she took my Blue Eyes Ass at the end of the day, I was like, hey, do you still have my Blue Eyes White Dragon? And she's like, you're what? And that was the last I saw of it.
Yeah, she'd already thrown them away or whatever. They were gone.
They never knew. It sucks. Teachers are the worst too, because like at least with your parents you can reason with them, but like teachers sometimes it's just a lost cause.
I was lucky enough where my teachers were never that bad about it. If they took them from me, they were just trying to discipline me, and I was always able to finagle them into giving them back eventually.
Sure.
It could take a day or two, but it happened.
He's not like the rest of us.
I'm better than the rest of us.
So what about the viewers, the rest of them? What was the worst story of you losing your cards?
Yeah, it's okay if it's one of ours, but if you got something unique, go ahead and throw it in the comments. We want to know.
Yeah, I mean, because like we all know as kids, like everyone lost their cards in some crazy way, or got them damaged, or just something.
How many first ed like Blue Eyes and Dark Magicians are just
and Albus the Tormentors?
God.
Yeah, it's a problem. Anyway, that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We do want to hear from you, so leave it in the comments.
That's right.
And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! We'll see you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.